Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. Today we're going to do a test to see when is the best time to sell lumber on seasons in Farming Simulator 19. If this is what you're looking for, please stay tuned. Alright folks, so here we are on Erlengrot. We have seasons on. We're going to see when is the best time to sell lumber in season. So I've heard all sorts of different things about this. I've heard that it doesn't matter. I've heard that it's best to sell it in the winter time because prices are higher. In seasons there is an economy set up here, but there's only one for wood chips. There's not anything else, and wood chips are worth more in the winter time. But there's nothing else here as far as lumber or anything like that, so we're gonna go ahead and just test it. Now, some of you may know the exact answer, you may have looked in the XML and know the answer or whatever else the case may be, but all I'm gonna do on here is I'm going to test it. So using the easy development commands, I'm going to spawn in a 4-foot chunk of lumber, an 8-foot chunk, or a 4 meter, an 8 meter, and actually I'll probably do a 1 meter as well. And I'm just gonna spawn them in so they're the same every single time, and then I'm gonna sell them. One at a time. I'm going to sell them one at a time, and then I'm going to write down those results, and I'm going to sell them in early spring day 1 and early spring day 2. So I'm going to run 6-day seasons on this. So I'll go over here. I'm going to run 6-day seasons. So essentially we're going to do a total of 24 tests through this year to see if it does matter. Now if it does matter, then there might be a better time, and if you keep going through, it might just be kind of randomized. So there's not really a conclusive result, but the main thing is to see as if in general, does it actually matter if you sell it at different times of the year? My guess would be is it's worth more in the winter time, but we're going to do a test to find out. Erlengrot didn't have anything in the XML that's going to change this or anything like that specific to the map, as it is a Giants map. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and run that test and see kind of what happens. So again, I'm going to do a 1 meter length, a 4 meter length, an 8 meter length, and then I'm going to write down how much they sell for in early spring part 1, early spring part 2, mid-spring part 1 or day 1, and mid-spring day 2, late spring day 1, day 2 through summer, then through autumn or fall, and then through winter time. So I'm going to run all those different tests, and then at the very end of this test video I'm going to bring in a chart as I normally do, just so we can kind of take a look at the results and see if it does end up mattering, because we obviously don't need to test wood chips or anything like that because, well, it's fairly obvious, but this is one that it doesn't have a price listed out, or never has in Farming Simulator 19. So we're going to go ahead and test that out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run that test, and I will bring you guys back in at the end. All right, folks, welcome back. So, well, these are the lengths I used. So I used a 1 meter, a 4 meter, and a 8 meter, and I sold them here all through the seasons. Yeah, so I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little actually bummed out by the results. You guys probably knew this by how short the video is, but I'm not gonna do a chart. I tested it early spring, day 1 and 2. So I tested how many total here do I have? 6 times, oh gosh. Yeah, 6 times 4, so 24 total days I tested. And for the 1 meter length, every time I got $172. For the 4 meter length, every time I got $925. And for the 8 meter length, every single time I got $1,784. So, which leads me to believe one thing: it's cheaper to, or it's better to sell them in 4 meter lengths than 8 meter lengths, but I could be wrong about that. But anyhow, I have done some other lumber tests and stuff as far as selling lumber, or what's the best length. But as far as what's the best time, well, in seasons it just does not appear to matter. Now I'm not going to say that it always doesn't matter. You could have a geo on or something like that that does actually change it, but as far as just running on a basic map, nothing crazy, nothing out of the ordinary, nothing like that. If you run just on a basic map, you're going to get the same price for logs every time, so there's nothing different. And as far as doing this, I just used, again, like I mentioned before, I just would spawn in a 1 meter, a 4 meter, and an 8 meter. So that's what I would do to spawn these guys in. But yeah, so it does not matter. But at least we know, I suppose. A little bit of a disappointment. I'm a little sad about that, but anyhow, there you guys go. If you guys enjoyed this video, drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on your screen to join the Farmer Cop channel, and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and watching.